Okay, what I'm going to do here today is a comparison of stoves. Actually I have 4 stoves. I'm going to show you 3. I've already shown you my little Altoid stove in an earlier video. And we know it takes about 3.5 minutes to boil water. So what I've done, I've got 3 different stoves using 3 different types of fuel. And we're going to see each of these containers has 2 cups of water in it. So when you're thinking about stove, this will give you an idea of what it will, its performance. Now the first one is a very simple stove, and it's a jellied alcohol stove. It's Sterno, and it just snaps together. It's called a pocket stove, and it just snaps together. The nice thing about these, they fold flat, and they'll burn. Other than alcohol, you can put a little wood fire in there if you want. And the Sterno, this particular type costs about $2 a can. You can use the regular restaurant type Sterno if you want to. It's jellied alcohol. I'll just light this, get it burning, and we'll move it up here, and I'll put the 2 cups of water on it, and we'll go to the next stove. Now this one is a backpacker stove. This one is called the Observer. There's a lot of them out there. They're all kind of the same. They use a high-performance blended fuel, and they're really small, lightweight, and they're really high-performing. The fuel can be quite expensive sometimes. You just screws on top of this fuel canister, get it tight, and you open up the little wings here. And some of them have electric ignitions. This particular model doesn't. You just light it, and it really gets after it. And we'll move it up here also. And put the 2 cups of water in there. Let me turn it down just a little bit. And the third one, this is the one that I use all the time actually when I'm not backpacking, or just my regular camp stove. This is a butane stove, very similar to a range that you would use at home. It's got a little butane canister in it. It sets up in here, snaps in place. You see a lot of these. It's got electronic ignition on it. And first off, let me get it back into place here. I'm sorry. Lock the fuel in place, then turn it on. And just light it up. It looks just like a regular stove, a range. And I put 2 cups of water on that. This one gets really hot. Close your little thing. Now we're just going to see how long it's going to take. I don't know how long the video's been running here, but you can see that the alcohol is starting to bubble already. These stoves all work fairly well. It just depends on your budget. This stove here, I think I bought this on sale for about $3, $4. This particular one's a little more pricey. It's about $25. This one I actually got at a flea market. These range in price anywhere from about $35. I've seen them go as high as $50. I think I paid $17, $18 for this thing at a flea market. But you can see already, I don't know how long the video's been going, not very long, but the water over here is starting to boil on the bottom, and we just kind of wait. Now the drawback on this particular stove is that, you have to carry jellied alcohol. It's not always available, except you can get it at restaurant supplies. Now this particular stove here, if you have a lantern that matches the fuel supply, that's really nice. They make little small camping lanterns that match these fuel supplies. And this one, of course, this fuel can be quite expensive too. This one is really easy to use. Women love it. My wife loves this stove because it's just like using a gas range. And it uses canister fuel. Now, you can buy that stuff on sale. You can buy it in packets of 4. And it runs anywhere from $2 up to $4 a can. But it does last quite a long time. And you can see already on this little stove, we're already starting to get some steam off of it. And it's starting to bubble, so we're almost boiling there. We're almost boiling here. And we're a little ways off from boiling over here. Just give it a couple more minutes. But it's something to think about when you're out shopping for a stove. What would you like to do? And how long do you take? Now, the Altoid stove, like I said, this is for just heating a cup of soup or something like that. Let's just watch these for a moment. We're almost boiled. And in fact, I can tell you right now, this one is starting to boil. So we get bubbles on top. And this one's just about to boil. So they're pretty high performance. They're just, all of them are really nice. nice usable stoves. This one, of course, would be the slowest one. The thing you might want to do, now I talk about stoves on my website, it'll come across the bottom of the screen here, tips for camping. And by the way, if you go on my website, I like for people to leave comments. I've got a section there where you can talk about, I don't know, your experiences with stoves, your experiences with tents, your bug out bags. Maybe you've got a great camping recipe. Maybe you've got some ideas. Just leave it there. Make sure a little small web page. People like to read about that, and I enjoy you visiting it. So, they're boiling now. This one is boiling. This was our fastest one. This little propane butane stove here is starting to boil. And we're still a ways off on the alcohol stove. That will probably take about another, it's just kind of lukewarm now. That'll probably take another minute or two for it to boil. This one's at a rolling boil now. So see, none of this takes very long. And they're kind of nice to have. I'll just turn, this one's really boiling. I'll just turn this one off. This one's starting to boil. Now on this one, when you get ready to put it away, you have to let it cool down for a little while. Then you flip that over. And anyway, those are our stoves. They take about 3 or 4 minutes, depending on, all of them work well. It's a matter of personal preference. So anyway, thanks for watching. And look at my Altoid, how to make a stove out of an Altoid can. This is the one I've used quite a bit, as you can see. That's another video. But stop by my website. That's tipsforcamping.com. That's tips-for-camping.com. Leave a comment. Leave a tip. Thanks a lot. Good camping.